in the Canvas app. Okay.
Okay.
So as we discussed yesterday, Canvas app is nothing but a UI level integration.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So where we can embed some other third party UI within the Salesforce application.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how Canvas will work actually. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
to make a Canvas app inside the Salesforce, so we need to have a connected app settings where we have to specify that particular URL which page you want to insert within the Salesforce UI.
Okay.
Okay, so basically this is nothing but a some of the concept called iframe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so even though if other like from other application also we can apply some of the application by using iframe tags.
Okay.
Okay, so basically we are giving the, let's say you want to open some of the home page, let's say www.facebook.com/home.something. You want to open that
Mm-hmm.
page, make sure you have to give that particular URL in the connected app setting.
Okay.
Okay, so this is about high level description about the Canvas app.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the thing is nothing but there will be no control over in the Salesforce. Okay, it is just nothing but a UI. Okay, so which will open within the Salesforce application. Okay, so whatever action, let's say I have posted, let's say I'm opening a Facebook inside my Canvas app. Okay, if let's
Mm-hmm.
say I have saving some any data, posted any data. So in that case, data will not be saved in the Salesforce. Okay, so it will be saved in that particular third-party application database. Whereas we can open and we can interact with a single browser.
Okay.
That's how Canvas will work. Okay.
Okay.
So there will be a case. So how to sync the data between two systems? Let's say I'm opening one Canvas app where I'm creating one code in that particular application. Okay. So in the
Mm-hmm.
meantime, I want to create that particular code in the Salesforce also. Okay. So how
Okay.
to sync the data? So you know, right? Already we work on Salesforce, REST API, or SOAP API, whatever. If you want to sync
Mm-hmm.
the data between Salesforce to legacy system or legacy system to Salesforce, so basically there will be a three options there. One is nothing but a REST or SOAP API. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our second thing is nothing but Canvas itself. So it is giving a option called publish and subscriber model. Okay. So one guy will publish that particular event. Okay. Let's say once you save that particular thing, so you have to send some data back to Salesforce. Okay,
Okay.
so that is nothing but a publishing, and subscribing is nothing. Someone will subscribe that particular published method, so he will receive that particular data. Okay, so we can pass that data and we can create a code object or whatever we create in the particular Salesforce side. This is how two way we can sync the data between a Salesforce and a that particular legacy application. Okay,
Okay.
fine.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So now basically we'll go ahead. I will show you a quick example. Okay. So where we can open Canvas app in different places. Let's say in Charter or in maybe Visual Force. In many places we can open the Canvas app. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let me quickly. I will show you one of the demo uh, where we have created on Canvas app. Okay, so let's say this is one of the Canvas app. Okay, so I will tell you how to
Suresh?
configure this.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, your screen is not showing.
Okay.
And also record your recording.
Yeah, so it's recording. Okay, can you able to see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is nothing but a charter where we can embed that particular Canvas app in the charter. Okay. So this is the Canvas app tab. Okay, where it will come over here. So let's say if you click over here. Okay, so one of the application is loading inside this particular thing.
Okay.
Okay, so we can open any kind of UI. This is basically a UI level integration. Okay, and we
Mm-hmm.
can open a particular app. So if you closely observe this, this is some of the pages. Okay, so which will open from the third party application. It is not a Visual Force page. Okay,
Okay.
okay, this is nothing but some third party page where it will open over here. Okay, so let me take this guy. There is some error is right here. Okay, so this is how where we can configure this particular thing. So I will teach you how to configure this one. This is nothing but a not Visual Force page. Okay, some other page which will open in the Salesforce charter field. Okay, clear?
Yeah,
Okay.
fine.
So now we will go and create a new what to call Canvas app. How to create Canvas app? Go to setup. Okay. So then create. Okay. So then click on apps. Okay. So here connected app will be there, right? So click on connected app. Okay. So give me your name. Let's say connected. Say I'll open a Facebook. Okay. FB slash canvas slash app. Okay, so it's a contact email. You can give any email if something error or something happened. Then basically it will give you okay. So you can give any logo or something like that. Okay, so enable auth setting. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, you can able to see, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so there will be a callback URL will be there. Okay, so this is not required, this is not required. Okay, so enable this one, post.com canvas app setting. So there will be two places. Okay, so this is nothing but a oath setting means based on canvas app and their backend, so they will automatically communicate with each other for the authentication. Okay, so callback URL I will put let's say facebook.com. So I will put some Facebook, .com as a callback URL. Okay. So I'm not selecting digital signature and all for authentication. Okay. Digital signature is something about the certification. Okay. Clear?
Yeah,
Okay. So
fine.
I am giving a full access for this particular Canvas app. Okay, where I can do all the things. You can access the data, API details, or whatever it may be. I will give you full access. Okay. So make sure here you select this particular Canvas app. Okay, and I am putting Canvas app URL as a facebook.com. Okay, so here there will be a method is there access method. It is a signed post request or it may be both web upload. So we will use a post request. Okay, you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a post request. So this is one you can keep it null. So where we want to access these things. Okay, so you can access the things in different places where charter tab or charter feed. Okay, so charter tab or charter feed or it may be Visual Force page. Okay, or it may be any console wherever it may. For time being, we will keep it Visual Force page, charter feed, and charter tab. Okay. So then life cycle classes. This is something. So we will discuss later. Okay. Clear? You clear about these things, right?
Yeah.
Now save this particular thing and hit on continue. Okay, so you know, right? So connected app we already worked during our REST API integration where we need
Yes. Yeah.
consumer key and consumer secret. Okay, so this is also it is required actually. So click on manage where there will be we can set and two more permission. Okay, click on edit. Okay, so here you can able to see some of the other like restrictions both policies. All users may self-authorized or admin approved users are self-authorized. Okay, so all users are self-authorized means every user they can access this particular canvas app. Okay, clear?
Within the Salesforce or
Yeah, within the Salesforce or out of the Salesforce only. Out of the Salesforce also we are using by that particular consumer key and consumer secret only we are using to authenticate with the system. Okay, all users may self-authorize means anyone can access this particular connected app. So if you say admin approved users are pre-authorized means only that particular users who selected for that particular canvas app in their profile they can able to use that particular thing. Okay.
okay.
Clear? Now go to profile and give the permission for that particular connected app. So let's say Army System Administrator profile. Okay. Okay. So Army System Administrator profile. So click on ID. So where is our this is selected. Okay, and save it. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So So now where it will be, so we have selected a charter feed as well as user force page, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now skip this thing. So it has, okay, so it has appeared over here, correct? So Facebook
Yes.
Canvas app. Okay. So if you click here, it should open a Facebook over here. If it's not opening, then you have to put it in remote site setting. Okay. So it's not opening. Why? Because we have to put it in remote site setting, right? You know, right? This remote site setting where if you want to anything call out, then make sure we have to put a remote site setting. It's opening or not?
It's refusing.
Okay, because Facebook they put extreme option to deny means I think Facebook is couldn't able to open I believe. Okay, so what we will do, we will change the URL. Okay, we'll change the URL to some other day. It will be some URL. No, no, some restriction is there for Facebook, so we'll check that on what it is. Okay, so let me open. Uh, I'll open on paper or something like that. This guy has yeah. Okay, so okay, so let me open this page. Any page we can open. Okay, so respect your. Okay, so and another thing is nothing but it should make sure it should be HTTPS. Okay, so HTTP it won't support.
Yeah.
Clear? So make
Yes.
sure there's particular URL. Okay, so it should be a HTTPS. If it is a HTTP, then it won't Canvas app, it won't support. Okay, so basically I will open this thing. So this is HTTPS, right? So let me save this particular thing and I will go and add this particular thing. So remote site setting. Okay, so next. Okay, so have added, right? So this is added. So now let me refresh the page. Now it should open, right? WebEx. Why it is not opening? Okay. Okay, so what we will do now? So I have one URL. Okay, so that is some Heroku app. Okay, RS will try with LinkedIn. So we try with LinkedIn. Motion setting. Okay, what is still happening here? Okay, so I have one page. Okay, so it is nothing but some web application. Okay, so where it is running in the Heroku. Okay, so I will use that one. You guys are getting right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's say this is the one page. Okay, so it is nothing but a my hero application. Okay, so where okay, so it is okay. So it is a hero application where it will open some pages. Okay, so I will take this URL, it's HTTPS URL, and I will put it in this particular Canvas app. Okay, so let's say Canvas app. Okay, so I will put this particular request URL. Okay, so and I will modify that particular thing here also. Okay, so let me save this particular thing. Okay, so now I will save this one also. Okay, so now it should open that particular Heroku, correct? So Heroku application. Okay, so okay, so some problem is setting maybe. Okay, let me check. Got it. Okay, could be this is the reason. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so why? Because there will be one option here. Okay, so all users may self-authorize or admin approved users are self-authorized. This means that while opening that particular Canvas application, okay, so they one post call is made to that particular endpoint, that particular application, okay, where they have to really have to make a authentication over there. You got it. So let's say if I hit this particular URL, let's say what is my URL? This is URL, right?
Yeah.
If you say my option is all users may self-authorize, means no need of checking authentication in this particular page. Basically, a request will go to this particular URL, right? There no need of checking any authentication. Okay. If you make it as this thing, admin approved users are pre-authorized means, then we have to make sure we have to make a authentication in that particular this particular endpoint. How to make authentication is nothing but by using that consumer key and consumer secret. We'll discuss about that. Okay. Now you are clear, right? So that
Yeah.
is how you can open that particular page over here. Okay. So now we will try it by putting the Facebook. Correct. So previously it was not open, right? So we will open a Facebook. Okay, so let me say connected app. Uh, okay, so create apps. Okay, so let me put. This is nothing but a Canvas app URL means which page you want to able to show it in for the user. Okay,
Okay.
you can put any kind of URL over here. Okay, so now it has been saved. Now you just go and refresh this particular charter feed. Okay, so and click on this particular thing. So now you should open it. Why it is not opening? Okay. We don't know why it is opening, so I think some of the restriction in that explain option 2 we need to check this one. Okay, so you got it right, how to open in the other page. Okay, so make sure you have to select the all users are self user. Okay, so in that case no need of making any authentication from the that particular endpoint. Clear? So
Okay.
if you make it as admin approved user, make sure we have to make a authentication.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how it is going to work. Okay, so this is about how to open a particular page. So now you got it right, clear picture, right?
Yeah.
And let's say you give me some other URL, I'm not sure what URL I have. Some of the URLs are blocking over here. Okay, so you put some URL. You tell me some URL. Okay, generate. Yesterday, okay, so I put OLX. We see whether OLX will open or not. Okay, so OLX. Okay, so it won't open because it is a HTTP URL. Okay, so you can try out with some other URL. So who is having the endpoint as HTTPS. Okay.
Okay.
So now we will discuss about how to make a authentication. Clear? Any question?
No, I just know.
Okay.
I think we need to try it out.
Yeah, correct. You just try it with some other thing, HTTPS URL, and make sure the endpoint is HTTPS, and you just check about self-authorized and admin approved things. Okay.
Okay.
So for time being, I will go with my Canvas app where I am, using the URL as this particular URL. Okay, so this is nothing but a Canvas app URL. So where I have used for the purpose of opening that particular thing. Okay, so this is some application endpoint HTTPS. So it will be running over the uh, in the my Heroku. Okay.
Once again, I think Amit dropped off the page. You need to come back.
Sorry.
Amit is dropped off. You need to call back. Hello.
Amit, you are there, right?
Yeah, actually, we had power loss. That's why we were in Bangalore.
Okay, so you have any question?
No, that's fine.
Okay, so this is how where we can open our Canvas app. Okay, so now basically we will go and we will deal for how the other end that particular application will open and how to make the authentication. Okay, so basically this is nothing but a post request. It will make that particular application when we have opened that particular Canvas app. Okay, you clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I will show you another Canvas app in my application, G Code Builder app. Okay, so this is nothing but a Canvas app. Okay, this is nothing but a Canvas app. Okay, so where it will open one of the JSP page. Okay, so in the Salesforce URL. Okay, so basically what thing will happen is nothing but a post request will send to that particular web page. Now which is our post web page. So the page is nothing but uh, that particular what is that? So this will be the page. Okay, so not this one. Okay, so this will be the page. Okay, so this is the Heroku application where it is running over here. So if you check over here, okay, so this is nothing but a page. Okay, so I have embedded it in the my Canvas application. Okay, So now once you click on this particular charter, so it will opening that particular application. Okay, so these are nothing but a Canvas app parameters. Okay, so by default Canvas app will send the some of the parameters to that particular client application. Parameters in the sense like authentication token, user ID, username, all is contact information. So it is going to send it to that particular caller. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I will show you the code. Okay, so how it will work, so that you can easily understand that particular. You are giving some URL, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are giving some URL. Now in this case, the URL is nothing but a canvas. This particular URL. Okay, for this endpoint, so it is for this endpoint, it is going to send some of the post. Right? The post data nothing but so it is having some parameters. Okay, so it will be with the by default parameters name as key as a site request. You clear?
That
Okay,
means you are going to access that URL, which is a JSP page.
correct,
And
correct.
for
So
that
what
page, you
happens?
are passing the parameters, or the
No,
JSP
no.
is going to take care
See,
of the.
Canvas app itself by default it is passing these many parameters to by default. No need of setting anything
By
in the
default,
part.
okay, okay.
Okay, so
Just placing
Canvas.
that JSP URL, right?
Yeah, correct. Once you place the JSP is nothing but a page where we need to open that page in your Salesforce application, right?
Okay.
So this,
Mm-hmm.
however, we have configured this particular connected app so that once the authentication is successful, then it is going to send the these many like contact information. Contact means like authentication token, user ID, blah blah blah, many parameters. Where it is going to send it to a client application. Okay,
Okay.
so in the client side, how to access that application is nothing but by using this is the key. So it will be within the request parameter. You know, right? Request having lot of
Yeah.
parameters. So it will be request parameters. Okay, so once you get this particular map, then if you look for the signed request, so it will be there. So if the signed request is there, then it is having all the parameters. Let's say instance URL, partner URL, application name or application ID, everything it will be available in this particular parameter map.
Okay.
Okay, so as I told earlier, so we have to make sure we have to make authentication in the client side. If you select it as a admin approved users are like these things, correct?
Yeah.
So basically, Canvas app will send it into the that particular it is a combination of consumer secret and consumer key in the encrypted format, hash 64 base encrypted format. It will send it over that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then we need to make sure we need to authenticate it off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then we have to decode it. Basically we have to decode that particular request and we have to cross check with this consumer secret.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are checking, right? So make sure we have to decode it and we have to cross check with this particular consumer the secret. If both things are matches, then it is a valid request, or else it is a invalid request.
Okay.
Then it is going to redirect to the some other page saying like we couldn't able to log in into your application or couldn't able to make a authentication successful or something like that. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Clear. So only two things is nothing but one thing is nothing but by default parameters are getting over by using sign request param. Okay, and once the request is landed, so make sure we have to make a authentication by decoding that particular context. Okay, sign request to the context information we have to decode it and we have to cross check with our consumer secret key. Okay, so if it is CR is not null, then it will become a valid request. Then
Suresh?
yeah,
See, for example, say I'm not a Java. See, I want to integrate one JSP into my as a Canvas app. So all these things are going to be taken by the users which you are
yeah,
giving
correct,
this.
correct. Client side guy has to take care about this.
That means I'm not going to bother anything. Just simply I
Correct,
need to
correct. We have what we have to say is we have to say there will be a post request. It will be landed in particular URL, either GSP or it may be a controller, wherever it may be. Okay.
okay. Mm-hmm.
So we have to say we have to get this particular request and we have to make it decode it that particular request. Okay. So if we can send the additional parameters also, these are nothing but parameters which are sent it by a Canvas app URL, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Apart from like standard parameters, we can send our apart from that we can send our own parameters also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will show you how to send. This one you got it right. I have the documentation. I will send it to you across it so that it will be you will
Mm-hmm.
understand it better.
Okay. And also, like, can you send me the documentation about when you are going to give any consumer keys and consumer things in case of assurance to the
Yeah,
client side?
consumer key we have set it in the connected app, right?
No, 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 no. I'm not about. Is there any documentation you are going to document? You are going to give to the client, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
is
I
there
will drop you.
any
I
documentation?
will send you the documentation.
Okay.
Okay, consumer key it will be available in the our connected app, right? As you
Yes,
said
yes.
before, right? So let's say this is the connected app. So this is the connected app. If you see here, this is the our consumer key. It's 1089. If you come over here, so it will be same 1089. Okay, so make sure we need to cross check this particular thing. It is a the request will come in the decoded format, hash 64 decoded format it will come. Okay, so sorry, it is encoded format. Make sure we have to decode it and we have to cross check with this consumer secret so that some other guys can't access that particular Canvas app. Okay,
Okay.
you clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the another thing is nothing but we can open that particular Canvas app in the Visual Force pages also.
Okay.
Okay, so let me show you. You are getting or not, guys?
This we are following. Getting check.
Okay, so the same thing we can open it in Visual Force page also. Where we need to open it with the our particular application. Let's say opportunity is there. So I have used that particular Canvas app within my opportunity. Okay, so once you create a Canvas app, okay, this loading, we can put that same Canvas app in inline Visual Force page also. We can add that particular Canvas app for a custom button also. Let's say I have added a particular Canvas app over here. Okay, so it is opening that particular Canvas app in the button. Once you click that particular button, it is going to open it over here. Correct? Same button. Correct. So this is nothing but how to open it in the that particular Canvas app in the Visual Force page. This is nothing but a Visual Force GEQM app. So if you go over here, um, okay, if you come over here, so where I have opened the that particular Canvas app by using this particular Apex tag. Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is nothing but Canvas Apex bar Canvas app application name is equal to GE Code Builder app. Okay, this is nothing but a API name. So where we have mentioned over in the this particular thing. Okay,
Mm.
and another thing is nothing but as I told earlier. So apart from that particular what you call existing that context information, we can send the our own custom parameters in the format of JSON. Okay, so here I am sending the opportunity ID. If you go to my controller, so this is my controller, right? Code builder is my controller.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am passing some opportunity ID over as a JSON in this particular parameter. That same thing is going to receive it over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I am getting the that particular opportunity over here, and I am taking that particular opportunity. Okay, so that's it. So if you want to open any Canvas Apex Visual Force page, make sure you have to put this particular Apex component and mention your application name. If you want to send any additional parameter, then use this parameters is equal to param add new code to JSON. Okay, fine. Any question?
Suresh? Yeah, I have a question here. You deployed that Eclipse code to Heroku app or?
Yeah, this is some inbuilt Heroku application where I have so modified lot of things for my some testing purpose. Okay, I will share you this code. So if you want, you can also deploy the same thing for the Heroku. Okay.
Yeah, that's why. Can we directly deployable or do we need to do any other settings and all?
Sorry.
I'm not sure. I don't have any idea on this Heroku thing. That's why. So can we directly deploy this code to Heroku?
Yeah, for time being, you just go through about how to open any other URL. Okay. So just go through it about the how to open any other URL. So tomorrow class, I will explain you how to create and how to pull this particular thing. Okay.
Okay.
You can create your own application. This is nothing but a Java application. Okay. Where you have to create. You have a Heroku account.
Yeah, I have Heroku account. Actually, there was a use case in my we need to upload offline data into Heroku database from Salesforce.
Uh-huh.
Whenever it's required, there was a we need to fetch the data and we need to use in the report, particular report. There was some use case, but I was not achieved that thing. I was very confusing how to deploy the code to Heroku
Nothing
and all.
deploy.
That was
See,
my
so
question.
deploy is nothing but if you right click here. So if I modified any code, okay, this I have all configured in my username and password. Okay, so if you say right click over here and team, okay, first make sure we have to commit that code. Okay, changes. Okay, so inbuilt it is using a Git library. Okay, next we have to go like this. Okay, and team and team. Why it is missing? So one more deploy is there. I will explain in detail about this. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we can see in the later sessions.
Yeah, correct. Okay. So just now I am explaining how to decode that particular thing and how to get the additional parameter that pass it to this particular Heroku application. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Shekhar, do you have any question?
No, no, this one.
Okay, that's it. If you want to open it in any part of Visual Force page, make sure you have to put this particular Canvas app component, so it will automatically open it over here. Okay. Uh, say now model pop-up. So same thing it will be nothing but a look and feel. Okay, model pop. So I have copied the same setup code in the that particular custom button where it will open like a model pop-up. User can't go to that parent page without closing this particular thing. That are nothing but additional things we have developed for one of the client. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So and another important concept is nothing but publish and subscribe. Okay, where we can publish the particular okay in the say in the that particular client application. Let's say now I am publishing that particular client application. Okay, so before publishing that particular client application, make sure we have to take that all the context information. Okay, SR is nothing but a context where we need to take that particular contact information and we have to write a one JavaScript method. Okay, it is called SFDC canvas.client.publish. Okay, with the name of that nothing publish method. Okay, where we can pass the additional data as a JSON over here. Okay, so once you publish this particular event over here, so if when someone is registered for the same this particular event, then he is going to retrieve this, he is going to get this particular data in the Salesforce side. Okay, for doing this operation, make sure we have to import these two JSON over here. One is nothing but a JSON to JSON and canvas type and all JS. These two JSON we need to make sure import into our particular application. Okay. In the receiver, in the receiving end, make sure we have to take a what you call. Make sure we have to listen for that particular application. What you call subscribe method. So if you say subscribe, right? Same thing I have subscribed over here. Can you able to see? So while subscribing, make sure we have to use all these JavaScript dependencies so that it will listen that particular data over here. Let's say SFTC canvas blah blah is there, right? So data. Let's say click here. I will put color so that you guys can easily look. Same data what we have passed in the client application, we are going to receive the Salesforce side also. Okay, so let's say now I will refresh this particular page. That is how we can we are using like data exchange rather than REST API or SOAP API. Okay, so now let's say add new code. Okay, so initially I will subscribe. Basically, initially we need to subscribe for that particular event. Okay, so I will subscribe that particular event. Okay, once it is subscribed, I will publish that event from the Heroku side so that Salesforce will receive it. Okay, see, I have put an alert, right?
Yes.
So how the same data what I have posted in here. Okay, so it is coming into the Salesforce $100. So if you come over here, see $100. Same data we can exchange between the two systems by using publish and subscribe model. Okay, clear. So once the data is received, a new code has been created. From that JSON string, I'm extracting the details and creating the new code. See here, a new code has been created from that particular subscribe and publish model. Okay, if you go over here, if you refresh the list, then another code will be there over here. Demo code from Heroku, where I use to see demo code from. Got it? This is how we can interchange the data by using the Canvas app, publish and subscribe model. You got right? Any question?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so this is how we can communicate between the two systems by using publish and subscribe model. Okay. Okay, so make sure we have to call this is JavaScript function. We need to call it by loading runtime. So I have called by using some button. So here I have click one button. Then that button is going to call into this particular JavaScript, and it is publishing the event. So Salesforce is already subscribed for that particular event where it is taking that data and extracting the data. Okay, so where here, so we are getting, this is a standard method, it's given by Salesforce. Okay, so where data will come in the data. So here I am taking data.value. Value is nothing but it is a JSON, right? So here I am mentioning value as a key. Correct?
Yeah.
Same value I am taking over here and I am passing that JSON. I am calling this Ajax toolkit create code is there, right? So this is nothing but Ajax toolkit where I am creating the code, and by using response connection and create, I am coding the creating the code. So this is how we can interchange the data between two systems. Okay, so for doing this, make sure we need to include all these JavaScript libraries for supporting purpose. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Any doubt?
No, I don't.
No doubt, right? Chandu, any question?
No.
Okay. So just try it how to open any one of the application. Okay. So after that, you can go ahead and you can try it for this particular thing. Okay. I will give you one documentation where it will talks everything about Canvas API. Okay. So how to decode this particular thing. Okay. How to get to the this particular Canvas app other parameters. Okay. So what is a publish and subscribe model. Okay. Clear.
Okay.
Are there any other thing?
No, I don't know.
Okay. So this is nothing but a JSP. So we can go ahead for .NET also by using same set of codes. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will send you the documentation. You guys just go through it and you just come back to me if you have any question.
Sure, sir.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you then. Take care. Bye. Kappa class.
Today Sunday, no?
Hmm.
Tomorrow again morning, Monday.
What you are doing, right? Done that is boiled mutton. You can eat or not?
First attempt, no? Let's see.
What you are doing, man? Let me check.
What is going on?
Slowly, slowly, keep going.